www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Noble Gold Investments is pleased to let you know that gold was the best investment class for 2022. Real estate, crypto, stocks, and bonds. Gold outperformed them all in 2022. Matter of fact, Noble Gold Investments helped thousands of clients buy real physical gold. And according to longtermtrends.net, gold outperformed the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and even Bitcoin in 2022. Had you invested in the S&P 500 a year ago, you'd be crying because you'd have lost 20% of your investment. If you'd invested in Bitcoin a year ago, you'd have lost 65%. And if you have put all your 401k or your savings, if you've invested in the Dow Jones in the stock market, you'd have lost 10%. But gold has outperformed them all in 2022, and silver wasn't that far behind. So what are we waiting for here? We need to join the thousands of others by opening a gold IRA or silver IRA with noblegoldinvestment.com. Invest with Noble Gold Investments before the end of the month, and you will bag a free 1/4 of an ounce American Gold Eagle coin. That's 1/4 of an ounce American Gold Eagle coin with every qualified IRA, gold IRA of $50,000 or more. Just pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. And you can ask for a no-pressure consultation, only conversation. That's 877-646-5347. I promise you something. You will be glad that you did. I tell you, those guys are really professionals and they care.
Five people have been killed in an Arkansas plane crash while en route to the scene of a fatal explosion at an Ohio factory. 5 people who worked for an environmental response consulting firm were killed in a plane crash Wednesday in Little Rock, Arkansas, while on their way to a metal factory that had exploded in Ohio, officials said. Now, the plane was carrying employees of the Center for Toxicology and Environmental Health when it took off from Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas, around noon on Wednesday. This is according to the firm and the Federal Aviation Administration. The employees were headed to John Glenn Columbus International Airport in Ohio to respond to a fatal explosion regarding a metal factory, a spokesperson for CTEH told CNN in an email. The twin-engine plane crashed and burst into flames shortly after it took off near the Little Rock Airport, the National Transportation Safety Board told CNN in an emailed statement. Okay, let's go over to Europe, where many United Kingdom grocery stores are limiting some fruit and vegetable sales as extreme weather impacts the supply. Many of Britain's largest grocery store chains this week introduced limits on the sale of specific vegetables and fruit as shortages of certain products continue to extend across the United Kingdom. Grocery giants including Tesco, Asda, Aldi, and Morrisons are struggling with their supply chains, particularly with products sourced from southern Spain and Morocco, where extreme weather has damaged crops. In Northern Europe, some farmers have also slashed production due to high energy prices, while the United Kingdom's food prices have risen almost 17% over the past year, which is the highest increase in almost half a decade. Okay, let's go to Minnesota, where lawmakers passed legislation that would grant illegal immigrants U.S. driver's licenses. The Minnesota Senate passed a piece of legislation on Wednesday that would allow illegal immigrants the ability to obtain a United States driver's license without requiring proof that they are in the country lawfully. The, quote, driver's license for all legislation states that a person applying for a driver's license or state ID, quote, is not required to demonstrate United States citizenship or lawful presence in the United States, according to the most current version of the text. Now, Republicans in the Minnesota State Senate sought to amend the bill's language on Tuesday to include not for flying or not for voting over concerns that an illegal immigrant might have the ability to vote in U.S. elections. The bill, however, was passed in the Minnesota House in January before being cleared in the state Senate this week. After slight revisions to the text are made, it will be sent back to the House for final review before heading to the Democratic Governor Tim Walz's desk.